listening to 80s by The Killing Joke, like over and over again on a loop, cranked in the house. Because I do those kind of things. And Nia comes home and she starts singing along to it. And she thought he was saying ice cream. So she walked out going, ice cream, I'm living in the ice cream. I'm like, what? Really? She wasn't doing it as a joke. I don't know. God bless her. Women are kind of retarded, though. And I can say that because I have analytics and I know I don't get any here. So I used to, like, when I'd wake up in the morning, one of the first places I would go is Pole. Because it's a good place to see what's going on in the world, like, geopolitically and domestically. Without having to go to a news site that's just fairy tale based. But that place just sucks now. It's just all fucking astroturfed. Or as the great JCIA says, auto-turfed. It's just all automatically... There's... All it is intelligence agencies, the JIDF, and they're all just posting and talking to each other. And a good way to... well, you don't even have to... I was going to go into a good way to figure out if they're like... if they're being paid to be there. But you don't even have to. You just know. You know? I'll go on and mess with them for a few minutes. One of the ways you know is if you say the right thing, or not even the right thing. It's just that if you question them a certain way, they're very fragile. They're very thin-skinned. And also they get paid per post, so they're always willing to go right back at you. For instance, today I saw one that said, why does Pole create mass pew-pewers? And so I was like, first of all, anyone that calls Pole or you or we as one thing just doesn't understand. And that's why they'll never get a handle of it, because in their minds, they think it must be some group or some demographic. It's not. It's all different people from, regardless of what you think about the place, many different backgrounds and walks of life, you know? So, but they can't, it's so decentralized that they can't get a hold on it. So their answer is to just make the board unusable. But I was like, yeah, no, in fact, no one promotes any kind of action. If anything, people here tell people not to do anything. Because if you do something, then they can use you as an example. And you don't want that to happen. So we always say don't do anything violent, you know? And immediately, they come back with this GIF with all this information, like, you know, but Pole says, like, he had the shit ready to go, just waiting for that kind of, response, you know? But, I was wondering why everybody's staring at me today. I don't have a hat on. That could be it. And I have a mohawk, so that could be why. It still works. It worked in the 70s as being a sign of, I guess, non-conformity, although that's not what I'm trying to do. My reason for having one is purely vanity. What it is as I'm older, the middle of my hair, especially in the front of it, right, grows a lot slower and a lot thinner than the sides of my hair. So if you let it grow in naturally, I end up looking like fucking the guy from Prodigy or something. So what I do, right, is I shave it all except for I make a mohawk. Like I make a legit, like, fucking a Mohican. So that when it grows in, the middle, top and back is already thicker. So then once it comes all in together, I can do like the standard Billy Idol, like I like to do. You know, that's how it works. But yeah, it's weird. I guess it's still shocking and to have one of these in 2022. Yeah, I mean, usually people stare at me anyway because I wear makeup and shit. Don't give a fuck. I always have. But not like, not poison glam kind of. More like goth. I just wear black, black out my eyes. A little cover up. The thing is, lately I've been getting a little tan, so my face makeup no longer matches my skin, so it looks even more ridiculous, which is fantastic. I love it. But even without the makeup, without the mohawk, I would still stick out here, just because I don't. I mean, not because I'm such an individual. It's just that there's not a lot of people that look like I do. You know, white guys with very colorful tattoos. There's a lot of tattoos here, but it's a lot of islander type, the tribal kind of tattoos. They're really into them here. So it's a whole. I just have a different look. You know, so whatever. But yeah, so fuck does that have to do with anything? Nothing. So yeah, Pulse sucks now. It's like I hardly even go there anymore because you can't. Anything good, you know, gets slid almost immediately, and it just sucks. Something popping off. Oh, they're friends. I used to do that with my friends. We would had this friend Sean, and we would stage these elaborate fights in the middle of traffic, and we'd pull out like weapons and knives and pretend we're trying to kill each other. Just stupid stuff you do as a kid. Thinking of it now, though, it's kind of funny. But yeah, so everything sucks on there. You can't. Any discussion that's of interest just immediately gets slid. I mean, you can't compete when people are getting paid to be there, you know? I mean, how do you compete with that? You just lose interest. Since the last video I did, like, what, 2 days ago, I skipped a day, which is unusual, but, there's been, like, 2 more of those fucking things? And I was joking, like, they can't keep doing this. They can't keep, like rolling these out every day. And they are. They don't. Shameless. I guess they're really secure that people are kind of dumb. Or they're not thinking, you know, because most people would, I think, would notice something was put at the Circle K. But the thing is, the even sadder thing is, even if people were aware of it, I don't think they would care. They just care about fucking Cheesecake Factory and fucking Foot Locker. Man, sometimes it's like sometimes I sympathize with the farmers. Like, maybe it isn't a bad idea to get rid of most of the people. What have I been fighting against all this time? I should join them. No, they wouldn't. I mean, obviously they wouldn't have me. There isn't a group that would. And that's fine. That's fine. So yeah, a good board though that I still go to quite a bit and get a lot of good stuff from and have a lot of good conversations is X. I know it's like mean to be like the super schizo board, but all of them are super schizo board. I mean, Pole is a schizo board, but X has some good stuff, and it's not slid that often because the people that would be hired to do that kind of shit don't understand any of the stuff on X. Like they not that they have to fit in at all, really, but they don't even know how to fake their way around that board. So they, for the most part, they stay off it. TV is kind of like, well, TV's been kind of affected too. I go to a handful of boards there. What I got, a comics board, the toy board, because I'm one of those ridiculous adult collectors. I know, I should hang myself, but what else do I go to? Comics, TV. That's about it. I don't do the video game one. Yeah, like those 5 boards. But X is like the best one because it's the least fucked with. But there is a lot of there's a lot of nonsense there too, because it attracts the super schizo people. But the thing is that as time's gone on, man, And I've talked to more people who I would used to think were just really way out there. They're not out there. They're just seeing something that we can't see yet. Like Jay, my friend, I've talked about him before. He's sort of like on that level. He sees stuff like, sometimes I can see it. You know, he'll send me a bunch of stuff like of things that'll happen to him during the week, you know. And yeah, I'll look at them, and sometimes I see stuff, sometimes I see different stuff. But you can't just discount anybody. You know, everyone has something. You know, or at least I found that to be true. The more that you give people time with this stuff. I just did a master class ignore back there. You got to do that. You just got to ignore people. A lot of times people will be like, hey, I like that guy was giving me, hey, hey, hey. And then if I went over there, he would just ask me for a cigarette. I like the people that, like, I'll have headphones on. And I don't know if there's, and I walk around with these huge fucking cartoonishly big headphones. And what it's saying is, I don't want to, I'm doing my own thing. Please don't fucking talk to me. And these fucking assholes here take that as like a challenge or something. You know, they'll stand in front of you like making the motion of pulling the headphone off. They'll stand in front of you miming as if they have one on. They're trying to pull it off. They're telling me to pull mine off. I'm just going, no. I just go, no. Because no one out here that is trying to ambush you is looking to give you like $5 or anything. Everybody just wants something. Whether it's your time or... I do smoke when I walk around out here because it helps keep people away. But, so that's, you know, that's on me. If people see you smoking, they just feel like they're entitled to not only ask you for one, but you've got to give them one. And if you don't give them one, you end up on a spectrum of response, which goes anywhere from mumbling obscenities under their breath at you to like trying to start a fight with you, trying to throw hands with you. It's fucking mental. So what you got to do here, and I've never had this kind of situation in any other city. You know, I spent most of my life in Boston. Did a lot of work in most of the major cities. Manhattan's way easier to get around than this place. Manhattan, you just do it, you just go. And everybody else is going somewhere because everybody else is going somewhere. Here, you get a lot of people that are just bored. And boredom comes from stupidity. You could get nothing going on in your head, and it's hot. So you just get people standing around waiting for you to come along so they can fucking, now you're what they're doing. You're going to be what they're doing. And when you shoot this idea down, a lot of them don't like it. I fucking always carry a weapon. I've learned to. Just because of the way people are here. If you're in the tourist area here, well, no, there's even problems. There's problems up on Kalakaua, up here, which is the main tourist area. But if you stick to like stores and stick to where there's lots of people and stay away from the side streets, you're okay. But outside, barring that, there's a lot of fucking nonsense here because there's just a lot of nonsense people. You know, and most of the biggest nonsense people aren't even from here. You know, they came here because they could be homeless where it's warm. You know what I mean? So it's like a lot of the shit you get, all the nonsense stuff you get are from people that aren't even from here. The people that are actually from here are the coolest people. You know, like a lot of the island guys, they don't give a fuck about me. You know, I see them, they hang around in gangs and stuff. Not gangs, like not like the... But, you know, be a group of them hang on. They have no interest in what I'm doing. They don't care. They get their own thing going. It's the guys from like Philly or like LA, you know, hey brother, what's up? Aloha. It's like, no, I'm not buying, I'm not selling, I don't want to go to your friend's house around the corner, none of that, I'm not doing any of that. You know, the key is to not even have the conversation. That's where the ignore comes in. You know, the best way is the headphone way. Because then I don't even know that they're trying to get my attention, you know what I mean? It's great. Some people like that guy there are like children. Like, you know how like a child will just fucking stare at you? Like they don't know that you see them? Like there's a lot of that. Like a lot of that where you just have people just staring. And like I said, I get it. I look unusual. But like I know I can tell you're staring at me. Like children will do that. But they're fucking kids. They don't know any better. They'll just sit there with their mouth open. Oh yeah, a lot of open mouths. But there's a lot of good people too. I don't want to fucking, not like I'm shitting on this place. I love this place. I'm meant to be here, you know. And like I was saying, most of the people the coolest people are the people that grew up here and belong here. You know, I really don't belong here. This is an occupied territory. In a perfect world, they would be able to run their own place and have tourism, and people like me could visit. You know, but you know, you'll always have the beast. The beast, it's not the white man, you know. It usually never is. People with white skin now. And expansionism and central banking. You know, they're always going to want more. They're going to want more area. They're going to want more land mass. In this place, it's like a lot of big wheels on land here because it's nice, you know. So they want this place for vacation purposes and also for a lot of nefarious purposes. They use this place for. I've hinted around, I've showed some things, but I don't want to get too into that because I want to be able to keep doing a reportage. I want to keep doing my reportage and not be dragged out of my house. Okay, I got to make my daily walk through Ross at 333. Yeah, you know, I make it easy for you know, gang stalking, but I don't know. I don't think it's in the budget here. Or it hasn't been in a while. Or the budget comes in and they keep it. Because that's usually what happens with everything. Alright, yeah, so if you're going to go to the Chans, go to X. That's the only place that's not completely paused. You know? Don't blame the teacher, blame the school.